So, just before I start, I wanted to say that it's insane to me that so many people are supporting my content and actually listening, and I hope that this helps someone as well. Goals and happiness are tricky, but hopefully, with this information, you are able to see yourself differently. Hopefully, you are able to change how you view and treat yourself. This whole talk can be defined in one statement. A statement surrounding goals and self-image. A person cannot rise above how they see themselves. This is true on every level. I have personally turned my life around, and I'm wanting to share the mentality of how I did it. For years, I defined myself as a failure kind of person. I told myself, I always screwed things up in the past, other people have achieved, but I will always screw it up. Daily, I was living by past disappointments and losses. It ate me alive. I want you to understand that how you view yourself is what controls you. Your limiting self-image is destroying you. Understanding your goals and how they are decided is realizing how to act on the control you truly have. You are built for success. Everyone has the same tools for success. The only difference between people is the information they give their tools. You are physically made to achieve goals. It's humanistic instinct. In saying that, the actual problem we're tackling is a misunderstanding of how to guide your goals. A misunderstanding of how goals actually form. If anything, just have an open mind. This won't help everyone, but this understanding truly changed me. Self-image. It's the essence of how a person sees themselves. Let's say personality, self-image, and self-esteem have a face. A physical human face. If that face is permanently scarred or physically injured, to others it's viewed as ugly. Even if there isn't physical disfigurement, if the person behind that face believes their face is disfigured, they treat themselves as if this was true. In this mindset, a person views themselves as inferior, and thus they act inferior. They unconsciously assume the role and behavior of someone that has a facial deformity. Once a belief about ourselves is decided, real or not, it becomes true. A negative self-image becomes equally as debilitating as a literal physical ailment stopping achievement. The beliefs that form a self-image are from past experiences. We are all bundles of past experiences. A set self-image defines how you act, what you can and cannot do. If my self-image is built around past memories of failure, I am defined and will act out the role of that failure. Obviously, we don't question past experiences. They've been so reinforced that to us, they're true. The problem is, we ourselves have been reinforcing these negative past beliefs. If you believe you are disfigured, you will act in accordance with that idea. You will literally seek out experiences consistent with you being disfigured, rejecting those that deny it. Your capacity to achieve is actively being blocked by a psychological roadblock. Your inability, even if it's just mental, feels physical. A belief of you being bad at Rocket League has been so reinforced by past experiences that anything outlining you are good is rejected. You could be SSL, but you will hate yourself because all you can see is beliefs consistent with your negative self-image. All you can see day in and day out is your losses. If anyone says you're bad at Rocket League, you listen because it's consistent with the bad player you view yourself as. If you're told you're not ugly, maybe a parent commenting on a haircut, that idea is thrown away. It's not consistent with the negative self-image of ugliness that's been reinforced. Let's say you win a game. Someone tells you you're cracked. You reject it. Maybe you'll tell yourself that opinion is from a bad player. Any excuse you can create to not accept a positive experience. You ignore these positive experiences because playing good is not consistent with the bad player you view yourself as. You act the person you conceive yourself to be. All actions, all feelings, all behaviors, all abilities will always be consistent with your self-image. If you agree with all of this, logically, if you change or alter the self-image, you change what experiences are accepted. You are literally changing the backbone of your personality. In reward, positive experiences are now consistent with the bundle. They are accepted. An individual who conceives himself not as a failure, but as a failure kind of person will always find a way to fail. They will seek out experiences that are consistent with them failing. You unconsciously have a need to verify your self-image. That is how the brain works. It's automatic. Even if the belief is negative, you will always seek verification. You need to be right. When failure inevitably happens, these experiences, such as losing a Rocket League game, are viewed as proof. Look, I am a failure. I was right. When success happens though, it's rejected. It doesn't verify the self-image. It's ignored. Take a second, that is something really big to understand. An individual's evaluation of themselves is so much more controlling than you realize. You could be SSL, but if all that is accepted is your failures, you will hate yourself day in and day out. So, alter the self-image, you alter your life. You redefine what you can and cannot do. You redefine what experiences you accept and what experiences you reject. Being conscious of this thinking is already a huge step in the right direction. First, an understanding of why experiences are accepted or rejected. We must understand how goals form. Guess what? Positive thinking and motivational quotes are useless on their own. Only when the ideas behind this hopeful thinking are consistent with the self-image does positive thinking even do anything. You might say, I will win that series. I will achieve SSL. These positive thoughts are being applied to the wrong thing. They must be applied to the self-image of the person that is meant to achieve SSL. Trying to achieve without reforming your self-image will never lead to lasting positive change. You might be motivated for a few hours, I mean, David Goggins does that, but once again, an individual cannot rise above how they see themselves. Thinking positively and hoping things work out is not enough. Alright, it's time to talk about goals. This is how your brain is literally designed. The truth is, you are physically made to achieve. You, along with everyone else, is given an automatic system, your goal mechanism. Your goal mechanism decides on goals based off the data it's given. It does not care about you at all. It is autopiloted. The thing is, you can't guide it or control it. That is the mistake so many people fall into. That's the mistake I fell into, trying to act on the wrong thing. I wanted to be the best, but constantly fed my autopilot data indicating I wasn't him. I wasn't capable. The data that's fed to your autopilot is your self-image. Understanding of one simple statement shows us how we can influence our goals. Man is not a machine. He has and uses a machine. This machine is your autopilot, your goal mechanism. You operate it. You use it. Don't try to control it. It decides goals by itself. You can't force a goal of becoming a doctor if the self-image supplied indicates you could never be one. This is where the link between goals and self-image is. There's only one way you decide goals: by focusing on being the best machine operator possible. The data you supply your autopilot comes from every single experience you've ever had. You can't change the past, but what you can change is what experiences you listen to. Don't sit back and let yourself be controlled by past experiences. Envision experiences and go act them out that will benefit you. The goal is to flip the self-image. Feed some positive data for once. Once your autopilot receives good data, it can work towards a good goal. How in hell are you meant to hit a target when all the data indicating where the target is based off you never hitting it? Give yourself a chance. Once you recognize your self-image is the issue, you can finally make the steps to change it. If presented data, a self-image of someone capable, a goal in line with success is automatically set. If presented data, a self-image of I'm a constant failure, a goal in line with failure is set. How is a successful shot meant to be hit when you're driving a Merc? Positive thinking doesn't change your preset from Merc to Octane. The autopilot is what decides your preset. You can take back your life by realizing what you can control is the data presented, your self-image. I'm going to give one more example. A missile has a targeting system. If it doesn't receive data suggesting the target is possible to hit, how is just think positively, I'll win next game supposed to make it hit? In the end, you've been sending this missile funky coordinates, expecting it to hit a target it can't even see. You, through your self-image, told the missile there isn't even a target to hit. It's too far away. Hitting it wouldn't be in line with the failure I am. Why even try? Once you see yourself as capable, the target actually appears. Suddenly the missile has a goal. Unconsciously letting negative data be supplied is what you're aiming to stop. Don't stress about the steps to becoming SSL when you don't even see yourself as someone who can achieve SSL. Why stress about studying for an exam when you don't even see yourself as someone who can pass? Once given a mental image of someone that is capable, the steps will come to you. Create a self-image of someone you are not ashamed to be, someone you view as capable. You aren't creating an image of someone amazing, you are becoming the image of someone you respect. I, personally, was so controlled by past failures, I saw myself as not capable. Please be conscious of the beneficial experiences you actually want. Think about how you will be affected. Add new experiences from new viewpoints and put in effort not to be controlled by the past. With hard work, you can forcibly edit the data that controls you. Life will always continue. You just need to choose what data it runs on.